Hey, welcome back. I'm Todd Smith with another video teaching you how to make money and achieve financial freedom with real estate investing. Over the years, I've been blessed to teach tens of thousands of investors from newbies to millionaires, so I know I can help you too. But before we get into today's topic, if you haven't done so already, I just want to remind you to check out my free 90-minute online training class about how to buy houses without cash or credit at _secrets.com. I'll put that link and maybe some other resources in the description for this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below this video. And for some reason, YouTube made it harder. So after you hit subscribe, you got to hit the bell and then you got to hit all to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the money-making information that I have to share with you, because I do upload videos regularly. Fair enough? All right, let's get started. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 ways to find and screen good contractors for house flippers, landlords, and real estate investors. So number one would be referrals from successful investors, right? This goes without saying that this would be the best method, right? Because if a successful investor has used this person, they've already vetted them, they've already screened them, and the person already has the contractor already has a proven track record with this other investor. So that's my favorite way to find contractors, is referrals from other successful investors. Number two would be, in most large cities, you should be able to obtain a list of the licensed contractors in that city, and they should have them broken down by different disciplines. So for example, in my city, they'll have them broken down by the licensed electricians, the licensed plumbers, and the licensed residential contractors. So all of these different disciplines will be broken down. They'll have their license numbers, they'll have their business address, and all of that stuff. So you should be, hopefully, in the best case scenario, you can just go online and obtain that. Or you may need to contact them, you may need to call them, you may need to send them an email. It may cost money, it may not, okay? If it costs money, it's well worth it, okay? Almost whatever it costs, right? Because if a contractor gets in your property and you got the wrong contractor in your property, that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars or several $1,000s at the very least. So it's definitely worth it to pay for the list if you have to. Last time I got it in my city, I was able to get it for free. I mean, you should be able to get it for free, but you know how the government works. It's going to work different in different places. So sometimes they want to make extra money, sometimes they'll give you a freebie. It's all being paid by your tax dollars anyway, so you've really already paid for it. So once you get this list of contractors from your city, then you want to contact these people and let them know exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that can do affordable work, good quality work for real estate investors, and that you're looking for somebody to do repeat business with. And obviously, if they do a good job for you, you can connect them to other real estate investors. So they have to understand you're not like John and Mary homeowner that's just looking for somebody to come in and do one job for cheap. You need to convey to them that you are an investor and that you are going to be able to give them repeat business through yourself and through other investors that you know. This will be very important. And you also need to make sure they understand that you need affordable prices that are going to allow you to make a profit, right? Because if you can't make a profit on the deals, you're not going to be able to afford to hire them again. So some will be able to work with you, some won't. A lot of the contractors on the list, maybe they only want to deal with homeowners because they know they can charge higher prices, and they're more interested in just dealing with one customer that they can make a lot of money on, rather than an investor where they can make money multiple times on multiple deals. Number three would be real estate investor club meetings. A lot of times contractors go to these meetings, right? Because there's a lot of contractors that are thinking about getting in real estate investing or getting their feet wet, or maybe there may be contractors there who are doing both. They're successful contractors, and they've been successful at buying some properties. These are also good sources. So when you go to the investor club meetings, just make it known that you're looking for contractors, again, who can do good quality work at affordable prices so that you can continue to do repeat business. So the fourth way to find and screen good contractors is to go to hardware stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, or even smaller ones in your city, and talk to contractors in the aisles and get their business cards.
and go from there. So basically, any contractor that you get, you want to get references from them. Let me make that point clear. So that applies to all of these things. You want to get references from contractors. I try to get 3 references that you can call, and better yet, I want to go out and see their work. So I don't just want to talk to people. I preferably want to go see their work. Now, if I'm getting a referral from another investor, successful investor that I know personally, then I may not even go out and see their work, okay? But in any other situation, I'm definitely going to want to go out and look at a current job or a past job that they've done. And if they have done good work for people, then there should be somebody willing to vouch for this person and say, hey, yeah, this person did a great job for me, and if you'd like to come out and see it, feel free to come out, because I understand in that situation how important it is to find good contractors, and I don't want somebody, so I want to help somebody else find a good contractor if I'm referring them out. So tip number 5, which actually piggybacks off of number 4, is when you go to these places, to these hardware stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, or smaller hardware stores, go early in the morning. Go as early in the morning as possible, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., right? Because you want to try to get the guys who you know are going to get up and get out of bed early. Right? The last thing you want to do is you hire your contractor and you ask him to be there at 9 and he doesn't show up until noon. All right? That's a problem. So you want to get guys who have good work habits and good work ethics. Okay? So that's the purpose. You go there early in the morning, 7 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever time the place is open. You want to be there definitely before 8 a.m. to see who the early risers are. And that's a way of screening these guys out to check out their work ethic. And also, obviously, you're going to have guys there that work for big companies, and maybe they do work on the side, right? So that might, so now that's something you got to watch out for too, right? Because they might get out of bed at 7 a.m. because they're working for this big company, but then when they're doing your job, maybe they're going to show up 3 hours late. In any event, the fact that they're there early in the morning is your first indication of their work ethic and their ability to get out of bed early in the morning and get started to work. So tip number 6, and actually I kind of got ahead of myself because tip number 6 is, that you actually need to go out and see their work in person, if at all possible. Because, you need to see the quality of their work, and to keep it real, you need to kind of have some kind of way of making sure that it is actually their work, right? Because they can take you out to any job site and say that it's their work, and maybe it's not. And also, when you do look at the job site, you want to get an idea of what part of the work did they actually do. Were they just managing the job, or did they just coordinate the job, or did they actually physically do the work, right? And that's important as to what they're actually going to do for you. Because if I've got a guy that is just going to manage the job, that's perfectly fine as long as I know that up front. What I don't want is a guy that tells me that he's going to actually physically do the work, and then I find out that basically he's just subcontracting it out to somebody else. And that's important because it gets to the honesty issue. Is this person misrepresenting themselves, or is this person a straight shooter that's going to tell me the truth and I can rely on? Tip number 7, which again I kind of got ahead of myself. Tip number 7 is to get 3 references. Get 3 references from everybody. So these are references you want to be able to talk to and contact the references. Don't just get the references, but you need to contact the references, right? So if somebody doesn't have references, what does that tell you about their work? Right? They should have somebody that can vouch for them. Tip number 8, ask for their license number and verify it. Okay? Ask for their license number and verify it. Now, we've got an interesting scenario in my city. We have a lot of small suburbs around my city, right? So the main license that I'm concerned with is that your license in my city, Columbus, Ohio, that you have a City of Columbus license. Because a lot of guys will try to sneak under the radar and tell you, oh yeah, I'm licensed, but they're licensed in a suburb like Reynoldsburg or Whitehall or Gahanna or something like that. And the difference is that the licensing requirements are not rigorous for these small suburbs like they are in the main city. So what I want somebody that has a license from the main city, because I know that their licensing requirements are more rigorous than they are in the suburbs. So in other words, a lot of these guys, they'll just go get they'll just go pay a small fee, sign a piece of paper, and get a license from a suburb, and then go out and use that as leverage to say that they're a licensed contractor when, you know, their requirements were very minimal. So it's kind of a misrepresentation in a way. Tip number 9, if you require them to have insurance to work on your properties, then get a copy of their updated insurance declaration and verify it. Okay? I've seen a lot of contractors with outdated insurance declarations. So maybe they got insured 5 years ago. Of course, they're never going to show you their insurance declaration unless you ask for it. And they got insured 5 years ago, and they're going around saying that they're licensed, bonded, and insured, when it's simply not true, because their insurance has expired. So their insurance has expired, and if it ever comes into play on your job, guess what? The insurance company's not going to pay, and you could be financially at risk. Tip number 10, if you require them to be bonded on your job, then ask for proof of their bond and verify it. Same principle, right? So again, a lot of these guys are saying they're licensed, bonded, and insured, when in fact they may be none of those things, or their license, their bond, or their insurance may have expired. Dealing with contractors can be the hardest part of this business. So please, whatever you do, don't just take this video lightly. Go out and use these tips to get better contractors working on your jobs to help your business and your life run just that much more smoothly.
Hey, thanks again for watching, and don't forget to check out any additional resources that I might have for you in the description section of this video. If you like this video, then show me some love with a heart on Facebook or a thumbs up on YouTube, and leave a comment below to let me know how the video helped you. If you have any real estate investing questions, go ahead and write those in the comments below, and it just may become the topic of my next video. And if you know anybody else that might benefit from this video, then go ahead and share it. Be sure to check out my upcoming videos, and until next time, may all your parents have rich children, and may all your children have rich parents.